I'm Jeremy, and I live on a piece of Kentucky land in United States of America that's older than America itself. This morning, like most mornings, I woke in the dark. Not because I wanted to sleep doesn't come easy anymore, and when it does, it doesn't stay long. My knees protested as I swung my legs out of bed. They always do now, like rusty hinges on a barn door that's been opened 10,000 times. I made my way to the kitchen, bare feet on the floorboards Martha and I laid 40 years ago. Coffee first. Always coffee first. Black, no sugar. Martha used to say I took my coffee the way I took my truth straight. No sweetener to hide the taste. Then, as the first hint of light started bleeding into the eastern sky, I did what I've done nearly every day for the past 10 years. What saved my life when I didn't even know I was drowning. I walked outside and stood barefoot on the grass, and I came back to life. Now, I know what you're thinking. Old man's lost his mind. Standing in his yard with no shoes on, staring at nothing like a scarecrow that forgot its purpose. My neighbor Tommy thought the same thing. Watched me from his porch one morning, coffee cup frozen halfway to his lips. Finally walked over, concern creasing his face. "Jeremy," he said carefully, like talking to someone standing on a ledge. "You all right, buddy? You need me to call someone?" I almost laughed. Call someone. Like there's a hotline for old men who've figured out a secret the whole world forgot. "Tommy," I said, "I'm more all right than I've been in years." He didn't understand. How could he? He's only 62. Still wears shoes everywhere. Still thinks the ground is just something you walk across on your way to somewhere else. He doesn't know yet. The ground isn't something you walk across. It's something that holds you when everything else lets go. That was 10 years ago. I've stood barefoot on this grass nearly every morning since rain or shine. Summer heat or autumn chill. When my arthritis screams and when I feel spry. When I'm lonely and when I'm content. When I miss Martha so much I can barely breathe, and when I feel her presence so strongly I swear I could turn around and sheathe. Be there. I stand and I let the earth hold me, and something happens that I can't quite explain. It's not magic. It's not religious, though maybe it is, in a way. It's not some new age nonsense. Though my grandson showed me articles about grounding and electrons and inflammation reduction, it's simpler than all that, and deeper. When I stand barefoot on the grass, my body remembers things. My mind has forgotten. My feet remember being 7 years old, running wild through tobacco fields in late summer, the leaves slapping against my bare legs. The world was huge then, full of mystery and adventure. Every day lasted forever. They remember being 17, walking Martha home from the county fair, working up the courage to hold her hand, the nervousness, the electricity when her fingers finally laced through mine. They remember being 25, standing in the hospital, pacing while Martha labored with our daughter, walking the same 6 tiles over and over, wearing a path with my worry and hope. They remember being 48, walking behind my father's casket, the weight of carrying him, the finality of each step toward the grave. They remember dancing with Martha in the kitchen 12 years ago, last year. No, 12 years ago now, to some old song on the radio. Both of us clumsy and laughing. Both of us still here. Still together. All of it lives in my feet. All of it lives in the ground. And when I stand there, barefoot and quiet, letting the earth press against my soles, it's like the ground is saying, I was there. I remember. I held you then. I'm holding you now. You are not alone. I notice everything when I stand there. The temperature of the grass always cool, even on the hottest days until the sun climbs high. The texture changes with the seasons. Soft and lush in spring, thick and scratchy in summer, crisp and brittle in fall. The sounds sharpen. Cardinals sing first, their clear whistles cutting through the dark. Then the robins, then the jays, bossy and loud. Then the crows, arguing. Honeysuckle in June, so sweet it's almost painful. Wood smoke in October, when neighbors start burning leaves. Even though they're not supposed to, my breathing slows to match the rhythm of the wind. My heartbeat, stayed, EADS. My thoughts, which usually race like squirrels in the maar. Walls, did I take my pills? Need to call the doctor? Why hasn't Sarah called? What was that pain in my side? Am I forgetting something? Those thoughts settle like sediment in still water. And I'm just here, just present, just alive. Not the me from yesterday, drowning in regrets. Just the me from right now, standing on this grass, breathing this air, feeling this moment. Time moves differently out here. In the house, time is a thief. Hours disappear into game shows I don't remember watching. Days blur into each other. Is it Tuesday? Thursday? Does it matter? And I can't account for the year that passed. But standing on the grass, time moves honestly. Seconds feel like seconds. Minutes feel like minutes. The day unfolding exactly as it should. I'm not disappearing anymore. I'm exactly where I am. Last month, my daughter Sarah came down from Louisville with the kids. It had been too long. I'm sad sometimes. I remind her that death exists. The youngest Emma, she's 7 now, saw me standing in the yard, feeling the grass. She looked at my bare feet, then at my face, trying to figure out if this was a game or if Papa had finally gone around the bend. Why? Why? The eternal question of 7-year-olds. How do you explain to a child that when you get old, when the people you love start leaving, when your body becomes a collection of aches and failures, need something solid beneath you, something that doesn't change or leave or die, because it feels good, I said. Want to try? She hesitated. Kids these days, always in shoes, always separated from the earth by rubber and foam and parents. Fears about germs and ticks and who knows what else. Then she grinned and kicked off her sneakers. She stood next to me in the grass. She squealed. It is, and it's squishy, but soft, but wet. We stood there together, this old man and this young girl, separated by 68 years and connected by the same patch of Kentucky grass that's been here longer than both of us. Papa, she said after a while, her voice quiet and serious. I can feel my heartbeat. In my feet. My throat tightened. That's because you're alive, baby girl. That's your body remembering it's part of something bigger. She didn't fidget. Just stood there, bare feet in the grass, feeling her heartbeat, being alive. When she finally ran off to play, I watched her go. and something in my chest eased. She'll carry this with her, maybe not consciously. When she's old, and the people she loves are gone, and the world feels too fast and too loud, maybe, just maybe, she take off her shoes and stand on the grass, and she'll feel me there with her, because the ground remembers everyone it's ever held. It's simpler than all that. It's remembering that you're not separate from the world. You're part of it. You always have been. Old Blue sat beside me, his breathing slow and steady. Go outside, take off your shoes, stand on the grass. Piece of earth you can find. Just stand there. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to think deep thoughts or pray or meditate. You don't have to understand why. Just feel it. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel how it holds you without asking anything in return. Feel how solid it is, how real, how constant. Feel your heartbeat in your feet. Feel yourself being alive. You are not too old for this. You are not too broken. You are not forgotten. The earth remembers every step you've ever taken. It's been holding you your whole life, and it's holding you now. Let it.